Well, if you ever heard of Nigel is, he would say, I don't know where I'm going. Anyway, let's get that introduction done. Hello, how are you doing? I'm Richard from Bikepacking Adventures. Just on my bike, my gravel bike, after a big long time off the bike due to an injury. I've got a dislocated clavicle. For those of you who don't know, that's up here in the shoulder. Yeah, joins the arm and the shoulder. It's kind of sticking up in the air. I've had 4 weeks off the bike. For those who are not regular viewers, I was out at an event in France called Paris-Best Paris, a 1200 kilometre Audax event, and unfortunately for me, I ran into the wheels of another rider in front. Completely my fault. Came off on a descent and was caught up too quick to his wheels, wasn't able to stop in time. I came off, he came off, a couple of the riders behind came off. The rider in front was treated with some bloody wounds by the ambulance that was called for me. I was taken to the closest hospital, and that was the ride over really. There was only one additional ride after that, and that was getting back to the train station the following morning after the hospital they very kindly brought my bike into the hospital itself, into the hospital ward, and I got to sleep for a couple of hours right next to my bike. Just like being at a travel lodge, yeah. So yeah, it's nearly a month to the day since I've been out riding my bike. So I'm starting to reap the mental benefits of just being out here, enjoying myself in the fresh air. Got no targets. I am limited with time. I've got an interview coming up, an art job interview, another interview with a guest that should appear on the channel in a future video. You will know him. He's very popular in the world of bikepacking here in the UK and Scotland. That's a clue right there. So just like this road, I have been broken for a few weeks, and it's time to just face the music, ride through the pain and discomfort, enjoy just a couple hours of cycling here in my home county of Lincolnshire. It's all flat. There's going to be no or very little riding out the saddle, no steep stuff, just a bit of gravel, some tarmac, and well, like I said earlier, just out riding my bike, enjoying the sunshine at the moment. Being able to ride again, it's just an amazing feeling. I don't have very much else going on in my life. And Netflix to keep me company, and lots of Netflix. I've watched all seasons of Breaking Bad, just watched loads of sci-fi films, just lots of good stuff, catching up on all the entertainment that people who live a sedentary lifestyle sat on the couch doing bugger all. I've been just living their life for the last, well, best part of a month, and it's time to resume normal service. I'm not saying I'm going to be doing any 200 kilometre Audaxes anytime soon. Although there's nothing stopping me from going bikepacking maybe next weekend. I've returned home, the home from home, the caravan in North Lincolnshire. After spending a few weeks at the family home which is about an hour away. It's nice to have my own space again, and yeah, get my own independence. My mum and dad have been looking after me amazingly over the last few weeks. On that subject as well, for those that have been asking, I didn't have to undergo any surgery, although I did appear for an appointment to have surgery done. The surgeon talked me out of it in the end. He said, what your choices are: do I go for surgery or let nature take its course? And ultimately I decided that it's not serious enough at this point to be under the knife, so just letting nature take its course. And for me it's been quite quick actually. Just got to take it easy and not do too much too soon. Yeah, and I was in two minds whether to do any off-road stuff, whether to just stick to the road. And the routes off-road I'm taking are very simple stuff, nothing challenging. Like I said earlier, no steep climbs. If I really do struggle at any point, I can get off and walk. Just, you know, gravel as much as possible. Not much in the way of, well, I'm going to try and stay off grass. It just feels great to be on the bike. I don't care how fast I'm going, how long it's going to take me. What I'll do, obviously I need to be back for this interview later. And if you're a regular viewer, you might notice I'm filming from the other side just to keep the pressure off the left shoulder a bit, because it's still pretty achy. I wonder what's that way. I think though I'm going straight on, so I'll keep on going. Big quarry over there, although it looks like it's since been filled with water now. Big huge lake. Yeah, I can't enjoy the view either. I can only see glimpses over the hedges. So today will be actually the longest ride that I've ridden since I came off. First ride back was yesterday. Did 15 kilometers just to see how I feel. And right now I'm nearly 20 kilometers from home, so at some point I have to turn around and go back again. But so far my arm is starting to tire a little bit, but as long as I don't do too much in the way of stretching, fall off or anything nasty like that, I'm going to be fine. I wanted to take this opportunity to just say a big thank you to everyone as well for all your messages of support here on YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram. You know, those have been sending me personal messages or even calling me. You know, it's only at times like this where I personally look at the community and go, wow, it's such a privilege to be surrounded by not only like-minded people, but people who, you know, are looking out for me and care for me. Okay, so I've just come out of there. I think Epworth is that way, so I'm heading to Epworth now. I'm going to be going up there for a little while and then joining the cycle path, another cycle path, before swinging around, heading north into this nasty tailwind that is today. Right, it's a quick breather, quick look at the map to make sure I'm on course, and then I'll get going again. Actually just forgot about a hill, so I'm in Westwood Side, heading toward Haxey, Upper Fort Road I believe it's called. Runs along parallel to Tower Hill. It's not, I wouldn't say steep at all, maybe 3 to 7%. As long as I pedal the lowest gear, keep my cadence going, I'll be fine. I'm not planning to get out of my saddle. Talking of saddle, starting to wonder whether my saddle slipped a bit too low. Anyway, let's get to the top of this bad boy. As I approach the top, in fact, the thing I noticed the most more than anything was breathing. I won't say it's erratic, it's just that obviously a number of weeks not riding, your breathing pattern changes. So these villages where I'm riding are in North Lincolnshire, the northern edge of the county, and out here it's pretty much like the most southern part of the county. The fens, just pancake flat, and nowhere really to hide. They call this area the Isle of Axome because many centuries ago this was all underwater, all marshland which had to be drained. At the time recording, Wales has just had the 20-mile-per-hour limit introduced in all built-up areas. Something I'm going to be pleased to experience when I next go to Wales. There's talk of it coming to the UK. I don't think it'll be done in the same blanket way, even though it makes more sense to do that. Lots of county councils and borough councils and what have you here in the UK are already switching to 20s in many built-up areas anyway, so naturally there's been a lot of controversy online about it. Usual motorists moaning and crying and whining, and of course they get really uppity, like, oh, taking human rights away. So the plan after today's ride is to do this interview and get out again on the bike, because should be finished by 4 PM. Still light up until about 7:30 at the moment. Oh, I know those nights are drawing in too fast for my liking. 3 months on from the solstice. Right, need to be careful. Mustn't get out of my saddle. To remain seated. So as you might guess it, this is an old disused railway line, and it actually looks like they've been cutting the hedges out since I last visited. Maybe it got a bit too overgrown. Now last time I came down here, I'd never been down here once before, in the opposite direction. There was a bit of a crossroads and I turned right, and it's just a single track through some fields, but I'm wondering whether I can go straight on. I guess there's really only one way to find out, and that's just to see it for myself. This kind of answers my question about going straight on. It doesn't look like it goes anywhere. Well, it might do, but it's not signposted. We've got a sign for the public bridleway just there, which the only way to get to it is through a field, and then there's a restricted byway off there. But yeah, maybe one day the path will be opened up to go all the way into Epworth and avoid the fields. But yeah, it's kind of left me no choice but to go that way. Alright, let's get going again. It doesn't look bumpy, that's the main thing. We've had a little bit of rain in the last week or two, so I believe I'm turning left here. Why is it always confusing when you do things in reverse? You may have noticed my van has not played a part in my videos for a while, and that's because it needs a new engine. So I've been waiting on a new engine for best part of 2 months and not rushed it. Now I'm getting to the place where I'm going to have to source one myself, which is what I should have done in the first place. Get the garage to install it. So looking forward to some more journeys in the car somewhere. I must say, I'm loving this headwind. Not. It's a bit of a tricky one. It always is here in the Isle of Axholme. Anyway, coming towards the end of this video now. Not got much to talk about. There's an A road to join, so nothing exciting coming up for the next 15 minutes. I'll make my way home. So I'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, big thank you again for all your words of support. It's been fantastic over the last few weeks, just hearing from you again all the way through social media and people calling me as well. It's just been fantastic. Right, comments, questions, get involved down below. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully fairly soon. Take care, bye bye.